John Morrison here from Quality Cameras and Computers, and I'm just going to do a brief cover of the Pentax Xg1. I like this camera because it is very simplistic, and when I say simplistic I mean that the software that Pentax uses in their cameras has won awards for simplicity, and they've won the awards from the photo industry, not from a magazine or some reporter, but actually from people within the photo industry who have critiqued the various software that the different manufacturers use. When you go to the scene modes, for example, in this camera, it shows you not only the symbol or the nomenclature, with a long name for a shortcut term, but it also shows you the before or with that function and without the function. So you see exactly what it is going to do for you if you're taking snow scenes, children for skin tones, infants, museum shots, sports shots, etc. It shows you visually right on the screen. So that's a very nice feature. The thing about a bridge camera, as this is referred to, it doesn't have interchangeable lenses like an SLR. So therefore you don't have to have a dust cleaning assembly inside, which is expensive. And you also don't have to have a mirror slapping up and down so you can see through the lens. So by reducing those two costs, the company can put money into a very elaborate lens. So the lens on this camera is a 52 power zoom lens, an equivalent in 35mm camera, if you're an old buff like me. That's equivalent to a 24 to 1248 millimeters. So you can do wildlife with this, you can be a bird watcher with this camera. It will do quite an extreme coverage in the zoom lens capability. It also has macro, so you can get in very, very close as well for close-up shots. It also has a burst mode right here, so you place your finger on that when you fire the shutter for your action shots. Also, the camera will shoot up to 60 frames a second in burst mode, so that you can actually you can do almost like slow motion photography with it. And of course it does movies as motion picture as well, high def, and the flash pops up if you need light, the flash to engage. And so this camera, and the amazing thing about it basically comes down to this: it does have a viewfinder. You see electronically through the lens, so when you put your eye to the viewfinder you can just hit the button and you can see in the viewfinder all the data and everything that you would see on the back of the screen. So in very bright conditions you're not struggling trying to see this. So for a camera of this type with the viewfinder, nice large 3-inch screen on the back, 52 power zoom, macro capability, 60 frames a second, for Canadian price right now is running $229. This is one of the best buys on the shelf for a bridge camera. It just can't be, I haven't seen anything that gives you this much value and yet remains fairly simplistic in its operation. It has the scene modes, it has the auto modes, the manual modes, all of it's here, but the price is absolutely remarkable considering that the Canadian dollar is slipping. But for $229, can't be beat. We've got a few in stock, so drop into Quality Cameras and Computers. Take a look at the Pentax Xg, a great travel camera. This in a little holster on a case on the hip, and you're away to the races. Okay? All this and more on the second floor, Quality Cameras and Computers in downtown Sydney. Thank you.